Good morning, friends. Welcome back to a chair yoga and Tai Chi class. It's been a little while since we've had one of these classes, so I'm excited to jump back into my chair. So you will need a chair for this class. And I have a couple of layers of blankets at the seat of my chair because I'm tall and I need that extra lift underneath my hips. Ideally, when you're sitting in your chair or sitting in any chair during the day, you want to have your hips a little bit higher up than the level of your knee when your feet are flat on the floor. It's a better position for your pelvis to be the foundation of your spine going up. So let's get ourselves set up in the best way possible to start out with. All right. So the way I have the screen arranged today and the way I'm facing my chair is as if you're sitting beside me in our little chair circle at the studio, all right? So you're here beside me. When I move this arm out to the right side, you move your arm out to the right. And when I move this arm out to the left, you move your left arm with me. Same thing with the legs. Yeah, so we'll be nice and coordinated here as we go. All right, so getting settled into your chair, I'm going to have myself kind of halfway out in the chair. If you prefer to have more support at your back, feel free to sit back in the chair or use even a little lower back pillow for some extra support if that feels best for you. In other words, find the position and find the support that will help you move and relax as we are working here together. All right? So, just a few words before we jump into class together. I want us to consider the fact that rest is part of your wellness program, or if it's not, it should be. Okay? So we want to consider all the dynamics of life and living in our physical bodies and manage all of those dynamics to build ourselves up. If you're considering your wellness program to only be exercise, you're leaving out a huge chunk of your dynamic of living in your body. So we don't want to leave behind the basics of finding rest when you sleep, certainly at night. Preparing yourself for that sleep, having a little nighttime routine to wind down and unplug so you sleep better. Just getting enough sleep in hours in general. But we also want to think about rest and how we incorporate it into our days and even into everything we do. So I want to use the visual of our breath cycle to demonstrate this and to practice this as we go through our time together today. So think of your breath cycle as a nice, smooth, round circle. So that as you climb up the circle, you're breathing in, you're inhaling and expanding your lungs, taking that oxygen in, and on the exhale, you're dipping down at the lower part of the circle and coming back around to where you started. So in effect, we have a bit of a movement and an expansion on the inhale, and then we have a relaxation and a rest on the exhale. So that we are constantly in this flow of nourishing ourselves and then finding rest for ourselves, no matter what we're engaging and what we're in the middle of. So that we're not overextending ourselves or burning out, but that we're conserving energy and we're moving through our day wisely. This is what we're going for, all right? So I'll come back to that visual as we're together, as we're working. We'll be connecting all of our movements to that breath and reminding you that on that exhale is when you relax as much as you can. See where you're overdoing things and where you're tensing up your body unnecessarily, which means you're missing out on the rest of the movement that's possible for you. And that's really the practice as we go. So any good wellness practice is going to have this incorporated into it. You're not just going, and then collapse at the end of a workout, but you're actually managing your workout effectively, breathing well, conserving energy, and then you come out on the other side of that workout stronger and using your body in the best way possible. All right, that's the best kind of training that we can engage in. So let's set ourselves up with our feet underneath our knees, our hips relaxing into the seat or the chair. And we're going to start with that easy sway side to side that helps us to really pay attention and listen to our bodies right off the bat. And that's where we want to stay throughout all of our movements, aware of what's happening, where the different parts of our body are located, what's shifting, what we need to adjust, and how we can move in a more fluid and coordinated way in everything that we do. So this little shift side to side, you should feel the sit bones underneath you as you weight bear more towards one sit bone and then more towards the other side. And then as you continue that weight shift, go ahead and relax the back. We've got the pelvis supporting us, the sit bones underneath as our base. And then let's see if we can just let that spine balance above it without overusing the back muscles. Good, blending in the breath here. So as you shift to one side, take a deep breath in. And as you shift to the other side, big exhale, relax. Here we are back in that visual of that circular motion of our breath, bringing us nourishment on the inhale and then rest on the exhale. So think about that pattern as you go. Your deep breath in and your easy breath out, bringing you rest. Not overdoing, but conserving energy, relaxing your body and feeling better as you move. Again, breathe in and breathe out. 2 more times like this. Breathe in. Make sure your lungs are opening and then breathe out, relax and rest. Good, now we're going to add a little forward and a back shift and roll as we continue. So we're still going side to side. But we're going to roll our way forward, supporting through the palms on the knees or the thighs. Exploring this front direction. And then coming back through center, press your way up on that support of your legs. And then easing your way any amount back. So shoulders coming a little bit behind the hips here. Still rocking a little side to side. So your core is kicking in as you send the body any amount back. Careful with your lower back. Don't go any further than you're comfortable with. Again, rolling it forward, shifting side to side. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck. And then coming back through center. Rolling the body back. Engaging that core to support you as you shift a little side to side here. Let's go one more time like that. Rolling the shoulders forward, the whole body eases forward. Easy sway side to side, relax the head and the neck. And then pressing your way through center. Rolling the shoulders back a little bit, any amount. Little shift side to side. And then coming up into our center place. Let's find that starting point. Equal weight on the hips, relaxed into the chair. Let the spine float. You can imagine that invisible string attached to the center of your head and floating you up without any effort at all. Shoulders relaxed down. Good, let's take a deep breath in here. And a nice long exhale, relax and rest. One more time, full breath in. Easy breath out. Good, let's add some movement at the shoulders. So on your next inhale, float the shoulders up a bit towards the ears. Roll them back a little bit and then relax them down. Again, breathe in, float the shoulders up. Breathe out, roll them back and relax them all the way down. 2 more times. Breathe in, float it up. Breathe out, relax and rest down. Here's our last time. Breathe in, float up. And breathe out, relax down. Nice. Relax your arms down by your sides all the way. Maybe give them a little shake. Make sure you're not holding them in place, but they're just hanging down. Get a feel for that at your shoulders and your arms. Good. Take a deep breath in here. Big exhale, and let's practice some opening of the door. So with the next inhale, the arms just respond by floating forward. Draw the elbows in and sink right back to the start. Relax all the way down. Again, breathe in, float up. Exhale, sink down. And breathe in, float up. And exhale, sink down. 2 more times. Breathe in. And breathe out. Nice. Let's bring the arms into that position where we're holding that nice round moon or round ball between the palms. Palms facing each other. Easy shoulders. And let's really focus on that space between the palms and using this ball and this moon to help us with the breath pattern. So as we take a deep breath in here, everything opens, ribs and palms and ball expand, and then on the exhale, they rest and relax into place. And again, breathe in, everything opens, ribs open. On the exhale, everything relaxes back. A few more times like this. Inhale, open. And exhale, relax. One more time. Inhale, open. And exhale, relax. Good, let's float the arms right out to the front. One more breath in. Soften the elbows and place the hands right down on the legs. Let's send the feet out a little bit longer in front of the knees and a little bit wider than the hips, creating a nice safe shelf to support ourselves. Lowering one forearm down on one thigh, other forearm down. A little rest and a little stretch for the back and the neck here. We're gonna let that head hang forward. Take your time. Maybe a little shift side to side once you get here. Think of that lower back as just lengthening, relaxing out. Sometimes it takes a while being in a position to realize, oh, I'm still holding my head up. So see if you can feel the weight of your head just hang forward. Deep breaths. Good. Leaning off to one side, that opposite palm comes to the thigh shelf and press your way up softly. Easing those feet back in place underneath the knees and finding that center location now. Floating the spine, floating the top of the head again. Nice. All right, let's go into a little bit of our footwork. We're going to practice a bow step towards the front. So we're going to shift our weight onto that right sit bone to unweight the left foot. Send the left foot forward. That heel makes contact and we're going to lean the shoulders any amount towards that direction. And then lean the whole body back to unweight that front foot and draw it back in. Same thing on the other side. Lean a little bit left. Send the right foot forward. A little lean in that direction. Relax the back, relax the hips. And then bring the body back. Unweighting the front foot and drawing it back in. That's all it is. Shifting to one side. Send the left foot forward. Ease the body that way. Coming back in. Exhale down. Inhale, shift. Exhale, ease the body forward. Inhale, roll it back. Exhale, ease the foot in. Inhale, shift to the right. Exhale, lean it forward. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, draw it back in. One more time. Inhale, shift to the left. Exhale, lean it forward. Inhale, roll it back. And exhale, place it down. All right, so we're going to come back to that bow step in just a moment, but let's practice an arm movement that will connect to it when we go back to it. So we're going to practice brush, knee, and push, working on some opposites in motion. So anytime you start working your opposite arm with the opposite leg in a pattern, in a flow, it's really good, like Sudoku for your brain and your body. All right? Don't worry, you don't have to get it perfectly. You just play at it and practice it. So let's start by embracing the moon, right hand on top. So remember that moon that was between the palms and we did our breath pattern in and out, expanding the moon. Now we're going to send one hand on top of that moon, the other hand underneath that moon. Remember, this is not a moon that's stationary. It's always moving and rolling in space, just like our bodies. So you never want to lock and become still and stagnant, but you want to always keep that flow moving. All right, so that moon is shaped right between our palms. We're going to turn that lower palm down, and we're going to drop it out and down as the top palm does a little push forward. Yeah, and then we're going to come back in. That lower palm circles up and around, landing on top of the moon, reversing the hand pattern. Here we go to the other side. The lower palm turns down, brushes the front knee as the top palm pushes a little forward with that lean forward. Send that lower palm a little bit out and it rolls on top of the moon, falls into place. Again, the lower palm turns and brushes the front knee. The top palm pushes a little forward. That whole body is just sending it forward. And then the left palm scoops out and up, landing on top of the moon and sinking down. Let's go ahead, add in the feet here. Send the right leg forward, brush knee, push a little bit with the left palm. As you roll the body back, that right palm is circling up and over the moon, coming back into place. Again, send the left leg out. We're brushing that left knee and push with the right palm. As you lean back, drop that front palm under the moon, circle the left palm up over the moon, coming into center. All right, let's just keep going, practicing side to side. Brushing the right knee, pushing forward with the whole body. And roll it back, drop the front palm, scoop the right palm on top of the moon again. Lean it back, brush knee, and push. Lean it back, pull the front leg in, embrace the moon. And lean back, brush knee, push. Ease it back, circle around that moon, come into center. Let's go one more time with the left. Lean back, brush knee with the left palm, push with the right. Easy shoulders. Lean it back, circle around and embrace the moon. Let's float those arms right out to the front. Deep breath. Exhale, drop the hands down to the thighs, relax. Feel the weight of your arms. Maybe give them a little shake. Make sure everything's let go. And then relax those hands right on the thighs. All right, let's do a little core movement here. Really, anytime we were leaning back before we took that leg out into a bow step, your core's turning on to support your body. So that back and forth motion is what we're going to play with, relaxing the arms on the legs. And we're going to do a little bit of that rolling side to side that we started with, all right? Engaging a little more of your quadriceps and your core as we go. So let's float the right leg forward. Your right foot's going to come forward and off the ground. But you're going to lean back and off to the left with your body. So a little counterbalance, and then you come back through center. Same thing on the other side. Send the left foot forward, lean the body away from it, core turns on here, and then come back up to center. Keep the shoulders and the neck easy. Only what needs to work here, it's like a little balance, and then come back. You don't have to go as far as I'm going. This may be a really small movement. Maybe even you touch the toes forward and that's enough for you. You don't have to take the foot off the floor. Just that little bit of sending it out, opposite directions, working again, and then ease it back towards center. Nothing ever stops here. It's a nice continuous flow. And let's return to that visual of our circular breath pattern, providing us some rest at the bottom. Breathe in. And breathe out. Here's the rest part. And breathe in. And breathe out. It's much more interesting to go slowly and use more coordination in movements. It trains your muscles in a whole different way than if you were to do this fast with momentum. You get a lot more out of it. Deep breath in as you reach out. Exhale, come to center. And breathe in, reach out. Exhale, center. Let's do one more on each side. Breathe in. out. And breathe in. And out. Good. Coming into that nice center position, equal weight on the hips, floating the spine, floating the top of the head. Let's breathe right here. All the way in. And all the way out. All the way in. And all the way out. All right, let's do a little bit of an opening and then a rounding of the whole body. So we're going towards that cow and cat position. Cow is opening, arching any amount, and cat is rounding and dropping the chin a bit. So you can see that your spine rounds into the shape of a C, and then it opens any amount. Careful that you don't overdo at the end point of either direction. It's much more about finding that quality of flowing back and forth than it is about achieving some position as you go. All right? So let's do this with a little bit of arm movement as we go, starting in a gentle prayer position or folded hands position, whichever feels best to you. So we're going to float the arms up. Follow with the eyes, reach any amount as you go. And then on the exhale, dropping the hands down, relaxing the shoulders, rolling towards that rounded cat position, drop a chin. And again, rolling up, opening the body. And then relaxing forward, round into cat. Deep breath in as you lift and open. And exhale, relax down. So you may open up and feel like you want to go a little bit more. Maybe send the arms a little bit higher up. Maybe open the shoulders a bit, but you don't have to match what I'm doing. Feel this in your own body. 2 more times. Deep breath in. Open everything up. Stretch. And big exhale, round and drop. And one more time, lift and open, stretch and reach. And exhale, round and drop. Relax those hands right back on the legs. Let's come back to our center position. Floating the top of the head and going right back to that sway side to side, where we're shifting your weight from one sit bone to the other sit bone. Relaxing the lower back. Check in with the body and see, where have I tensed up? Where can I relax? How can I build in more rest to everything that I do so I don't build up tension? But I'm learning how to manage and live and move in my body in the wisest way. All right, let's relax the arms down to the side. We're going to get into a little bit of a side bend. And we're going to keep those arms relaxed. As we roll towards one side, the same side fingers drop a little towards the floor. And as we roll towards the other side, the left fingers drop over. Take your time here. Get a feel for this. Don't go any further than you're comfortable with. And then start to let the neck and the head join in that movement. You don't have to hold them stiffly. Just see where they flow as your body moves side to side. Easy shoulders. So you're getting plenty of core work all around that core area, the sides of your core, the back and the front of your core are working to control this slow side movement. But we're not tensing up anywhere else. 2 more. Roll it off to one side. And roll it off to the other side. Coming back towards center. Place the hands back on the legs. Let's go back to rolling those shoulders again. We're going to go the opposite direction. So let's start by sending the shoulders back, opening the chest. And then move them up towards the ears, send them to the front, and relax them down. So we're going to do a full circle. Starting back, roll them up, move them forward, and relax down. Take a deep breath in, and a full breath out. Everything should be soft and relaxed as you make your way forward and down with those shoulders. And send them back, breathe in. Relax them forward, breathe out. One more time like this. Roll the shoulders back and up. Send them forward, relax them down. Good. Keeping the shoulders nice and loose. Let's send your fingertips behind the back of the head. You can interlace your fingers or just rest your fingers anywhere behind. If this isn't a comfortable position, just open your arms out to the side and do the rest of the movement with us. Good, so we're gonna go back to that kind of cat-cow direction, this time opening the elbows and the front of the chest a little bit more. And then rounding the elbows together, dropping the chin again. Connecting the breath. Breathe in and open up. Exhale, round and roll. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. One more time each way. Inhale, open. And exhale, round. Relax the hands back on the legs. We're returning to that forward bend stretch. So sending the feet out to the front and a little bit wider than your hip width. We've got a nice safe shelf to use. Lowering one forearm down on one side, second forearm down on the other leg. Nice support as you start to ease that head forward. Relax the whole back of the body. Take your time. Here we go again with deep breaths. Feel the weight of your head hanging forward, nice and loose. If you want to turn your head a little side to side, check out what's happening at the tip top of your spine. Two more deep breaths here. Leaning off to one side, the opposite palm comes to that thigh, and he'll press your way back up to center. Bring those feet back into that neutral position under the knees and floating the top of the head towards the ceiling. 2 deep breaths here. Make sure your ribs are movable. Imagine that round moon is inside your ribs. it settle down and relax. One more time. Full breath in. And out. All right, leaning back a little bit. We're going to go into our hip stretch. So our figure 4 piriformis stretch, we have options here for you to try out. You can start by trying a T-step position with that right heel resting against the left ankle, letting that right knee drop open and relaxing that right hip open. So this may be a really nice position for you. If you want to try to cross that right heel over the left knee, start by leaning back. Give yourself some room to make that happen. And then ease your way forward into this position. So sitting in a chair and hanging out here, great for opening that hip. Make sure there's no pain though. If your body is sending you signals of pain, it doesn't mean stay there and tough it out. It means come out. Find that first position instead. And I'm going to add a little side-to-side sway here because it helps me keep my hips and my lower back really relaxed. If you want to focus on your breath as being the movement here, you can stay in place if that works better for you. But I'm connecting my breath to this sway. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Inhale and exhale. Anyone who wants to roll a little bit forward, hinge forward at that hip, leaning the front forearm over the inside of your arch or over the thigh in front. Use the support that your legs will give you here. Deep breath in and full breath out. Let's go 2 more times here. Deep breath in. Everything relaxes on the exhale. And last time, breathe in. And out, and start to ease your way back here. Keep sending the shoulders back behind the hips so you can gently send that crossed ankle off and place that foot on the floor. Let's take a moment right here in center. Close your eyes and notice how your body feels. Listen to all the sensations happening. Build that awareness and that connection with what's happening in your body. The more you listen and build that relationship, the better you'll be able to respond to yourself when you need something. Alright, leaning back and setting up the second side. So remember, you've got this first option of a T-step position. Left heel resting on that right ankle, allowing that left knee and the left hip to drop open and get a nice safe stretch. If you want to go into crossing that opposite over the opposite knee, make sure you lean back. Give yourself some space to cross up and over. And then settle into this cross-leg position. Little sway side to side if that helps you stay relaxed. And then connect the breath. Take a deep breath in. And an easy breath out. And again. Breathe in. And out. And coming out of this really gently, leaning the body back so that that crossed foot can gently come off and down. Right back to the floor, right back to our center position. Again, closing the eyes, noticing how everything feels in your body. Keep those deep breaths going. Good, gently starting that weight shift over towards one sit bone and then off to the other sit bone. Keeping the breath connected here. Deep breath in and full breath out. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Remember that visual, returning one last time to that circle of the breath. Around the top of the circle, over to the side on the inhale. Coming towards the bottom of the circle is where our rest and our relaxation. So every breath that we take provides us with rest. It's an equal part of our wellness program. It's an equal part of every breath and every moment. Breathe in and breathe out. Two more. In and out. Last time. Breathe in. Breathe out. And let's make our way towards that center place. Float the top of the head. Easy shoulders. Good, we're going to find a comfortable position in the chair. So if you want to move yourself back a little bit, I'm going to draw my feet up into the chair, but you do not have to do this. All right, so just use the back of the chair for some support. Get yourself nice and comfortable. We're going to do just a little bit of stillness and listening as we continue to breathe here. Following that breath. Find where you're still working a little bit. Where do you feel tense? Shift around. Find a place where you can really just drop down and rest. Using every inhale and every exhale. As you breathe in, take a listen to the body. As you breathe out, relax and rest. And again, breathe in. Breathe out and rest. Breathe in. Breathe out and rest. more cycles of breath like that. Breathing in and listening to the body. Breathing out. Relax and rest. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then gently bring a little soft movement back into your body. Maybe a sway side to side. Maybe moving the fingers or the toes. Keeping all your movements really soft and gentle and listening as you go. So that from here, we go into the rest of our day, whatever activities you have on your agenda. Keep this dynamic of listening and visualize that breath pattern, that circle that we've created in our minds already. That every breath in takes you around the top of that circle where you listen to your body. And every breath out brings you into a place of rest and relaxing your body. So that you can walk through the grocery store within that circle. You can do your dishes within that circle. You can have a conversation with someone within that circle. And trust me, you will feel so much better along the way. All right, so play with that. I'm so glad to be back in chair class. It's one of my favorites. So this will stay on the Facebook library. Use it whenever you like. Remember that your wellness is so important. Take time to invest in it. It will pay off. You'll feel better. You'll sleep better. You'll play easier. Your body will thank you. All right, I'll see you next time. I'll be back next week for chair class. The rest of today, I do have a 20-minute Pilates flow on Facebook coming up. This will be some kind of faster moving core work. And tomorrow I have a meditation at 12 p.m. noon. That's a meditation class that happens every Monday and Friday at 12 p.m. So right before you eat, it's a great way to get everything calm and relaxed. Yeah, and then eat your meal slowly and mindfully. Your digestion will work better. Your body will take that food and use it more efficiently, and you'll feel better. You'll enjoy your meal more. All right, enough. I'll see you next time. Bye.